In the hangar before the flight, technicians check out systems, electrical continuity, and electronic equipment. Further, they set the control gyroscopes, a task which in itself requires several hours of work. During the flight, several men will be the focus of ground operations. The flight director, who has command of the mission. The avionics flight controller, who monitors the equipment which controls the orientation of the vehicle. The dynamics flight controller, who monitors the LLTV flight trajectory. The jet engine flight controller, who keeps watch over the operation of the jet engine. The rocket engine flight controller, who keeps check on the operations of the rocket engines. Two telemetry technicians, who monitor the telemetry signals received from the vehicle. And an operations and procedures officer, who handles flight clearance and support coordination. Normally, the missions are set for soon after sunrise, when there is adequate light and wind velocities are not excessive. During the pre-dawn hours, the LLTV is rolled out of the hangar and to the liftoff point. The flight controllers, along with the pilot, have all been briefed earlier by the flight director on the mission plan and objectives.
Okay, gentlemen, if I can have your attention. This is a lunar simulation flight for Mr. Ream. The altitude is 300 feet. And Phil, for your information, the wind's 25 feet per second, basically out of the east, northeast. Dave, the vehicle is sitting on this runway right now, and it looks like we probably ought to have the entire field closed, so when we get ready for takeoff, we may switch over to runway 17. The winds, as I said, are on the east and northeast. The pilot's been briefed to take off and hover into the wind about 50 feet. Probably we'll need a balance check at that time. We'll move the vehicle down towards the 100-foot marker, and Mr. Ream will begin a climb to about 300 feet. Okay, he'll check the winds at that point. We'll give him sim clearance. He'll turn around downwind, turn the lunar sim switch on, moment of comp on, and begin his sim down the runway this way to terminate the action down this area. Any questions on the mission at all? Any questions about the wind? Okay, that's it.
The engines of service, the jet engine with conventional JP4 jet fuel, the rocket engines with peroxide fuel. The peroxide fuel is toxic, and the technicians must wear protective garments. The flight director, in the meantime, stays in communication with the Ellington Air Force Base control tower to coordinate LLTV flights with other traffic. The flight director stays in touch with NASA weather personnel to check on weather conditions.
Okay, 951, we got the latest wind plot showing maximum winds 25 feet per second up to 400 feet.
He makes certain that flight support personnel are on station.
Whitebird flight radio check.
Flight, this is Whitebird. Read you loud and clear.
Pedro flight radio check.
Read you loud and clear.
Crew chief.
Loud and clear.
Okay, 951, you can proceed with the checklist.
Roger. Cockpit is secure. Loose articles have been removed. I have the oxygen system checked, and the two pins are out. Emergency throttle is in the normal position. Have circuit breaker 28 up. Correction, have circuit breaker 20 up. 28 is down. And I'm setting the T-handle friction at this time.
Roger.
handle friction has been set. All breakers are in except 28. Instrument lights will be off for this flight. I have the Doppler on and the altimeter is on. Setting the peroxide computer at this time. I'll set it for 784.
Thank you.
Battery is on, DC is off, and I have the AC on. ACS is going safe.
Throttle is verified off, and we're ready.
Roger.
Light off.
Okay. That one's good. 30. This one we got to watch for being 22.
Okay, the DC is going on. External power and air have been disconnected. The EGT is 532 and rising slowly. Oil pressure light just came on. The RPM is 46. The oil pressure is about 14. DC voltage is 28.
Crew chief, you can
That
set the
concludes
valve.
the engine start. I'm standing by for attitude control check.
Roger.
Okay, and the area is clear.
Area cleared.
Attitude cleared. ACS to flight. Attitude control check. One comp is on. 3 to 8. ATS checks on. Attitude control checks have been completed before takeoff. The gimbal lock is on.
Cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff. -1 on the H dot. Hands off for your balance. 15 feet per second. Deactivating. I'm hovering at 99%. Local vertical.
Local vertical. Altitude's approaching 100.
Left side, yes, we got 30%. There's about a 9-degree crosswind.
Okay. Climbing.
Balance is good.
Thank you.
And the wind is reading 25. Clear for landing simulation. Okay.
His altitude is 300. Airspeed's up.
2 minutes to DB4, 50%.
Thank you.
Approaching 40% go.
Okay. Crosswind.
The lunar sim switch is on. Camera's on. Okay. Approaching.
Airspeed should drop off now then. Sorry.
Okay, now I'm showing a crosswind here of some magnitude. It should be coming forward now.
Okay. Showing 32%.
Okay, everything looks good. Auto throttle looks good.
Okay, gimbal lock is off. Airspeed is
Yellow
30.
layout.
Okay. On back in. Airspeed drops below 30. Descent rate's 10. Altitude's 200.
Approaching 40%.
Okay. Airspeed's dropping back 50. Altitude's approaching 100.
1 minute to 50%.
Thank you. Descent rate's 4. Altitude's 100. Descent rate's 4. Airspeed's 5.
Touchdown.
Following the flight, the mission will be reviewed by the pilot, the flight director, and flight controllers. Problems will be discussed, comments will be recorded for later study. Not until the pilot has flown at least 22 missions in the LLTV, plus those required to maintain flight readiness and to perfect specialized landing techniques, will he be ready to undertake a lunar landing. Only then is he ready to deal with